Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And a second goal. Get the roll.
Thank you all. Hello Summit Conquerors, here I am at the Mount Barker Sports and Recreation Centre, the start line for our Conquer the Summit event at 2025, and I wanted to give you a bit of insight into what the event entails this year and what you're going to encounter while you're out there running. So I'm going to take you through some of the most important parts and some of the funnest parts of this run, and I'm going to show you where we start, where we finish, and what we're going to encounter along the way. So behind me now is the Mount Barker Summit. So that's where we're heading. So we're gonna go all the way up to there. I'm gonna show you what fun you're gonna have along the way. So the Sports and Recreation Centre here, around this oval, is gonna be both your start and finish location. So no matter what distance you're doing, you're gonna start off here and you're gonna finish here. It's just how far you're gonna end up going and how many times maybe up that hill you might end up doing. And we're off. Now, all events are subject to change, but I thought I'd make this video so you've got a bit of an idea on how to tackle this great event and how to have fun while doing it. So once you've done your half lap around the oval, then we're off to Hyson Boulevard. Once you're onto Hyson Boulevard, there's a gentle downhill heading towards Springs Road. And from here, you get a really good view of that summit you're heading towards. Now remember, when you get to Springs Road, you must cross at the official road crossing point. Once you've crossed that road, then it's a little over 100 metres, and we're going to turn left onto Williams Road. Now that we're on a nice open road, let me give you some more insight into why I'm making this video. For those of you seeing me for the first time, my name is Bart, and I'm a local runner to Mount Barker and the Adelaide Hills. I've been a big fan of the Conquer the Summit event and have participated a few times. In 2024, I started this YouTube channel to document my health and running journey, and to share my experience taking part in a variety of events every year. After seeing my video of the 2024 event, the team at Conquer the Summit asked if I would like to be involved in the 2025 event and help prepare for the new challenge this year of the half marathon distance. Just to put it out there, I do not have any formal qualifications, so anything said on my videos is strictly my personal opinion, but I'm a very seasoned runner, having taken part in over 15 ultra marathons and run over 10,000 kilometers in just the last 2 years, including this course many times. So I hope this video helps in your preparation for the event. After a little over 1 kilometre along Williams Road, our 5 kilometre participants will be getting ready to turn around and make their way back to the sports centre. The rest of us will turn left up Winery Hill to complete the loop around the Naringa Winery and the Eucharia Cultural Centre. If you've not run up Winery Hill before, it is a tough hill, but if you can stay steady at a comfortable pace, it isn't a long section of the run, although it may feel like it. The nice thing about Winery Hill being at this point in the run is that it warms up the legs for the summit climb to come. And once you get to the top, there is an amazing view of Mount Barker. So take a second to look, and then you get a nice reprieve with an easy downhill. Now as you come around this bend, I will warn you to keep an eye out for the 2 speed humps that are hard to see on this dirt track, as I found out about them last year on an early morning run in the dark. After another slight rise, you come over the hill behind the cultural centre to another beautiful view of the summit. And if you're lucky, you might get a cheer squad like I did this morning. Next, we turn down the Eucaria car park and through the stunning entrance to the centre. Then we complete the loop by turning left back onto Williams Road. Now, as we start the ascent towards the summit, I will note that last year we turned left along Williams Road, but this year we continue straight up the summit fire track. The next kilometre is about feeling out your legs and body. For some people, this might be a good chance to get a bit of speed going before the tougher climb starts, and for others, it's about taking it easier to prepare for the uphill. Either way, make sure you take time to look around and enjoy this beautiful part of the hills. The undulating track gives you a chance to test how the legs feel with the rise and fall of the road, but be ready because the first big hill will creep up on you. When you see that hill coming up, you may start questioning some choices, but remember that everything that goes up must come down, and in a few more kilometres, you'll be cruising down it. Let's talk about the final hill on the road section of this track. It's steep, but the surface is easier than the trail ahead. As earlier, I was lucky enough to get another cheer squad to keep me going, which brings up a good thought. At this point, a lot of people will be feeling this hill, so if you're around any other people tackling this section, make sure you send some words of encouragement their way, as this is a community run event to support both local charities and businesses, so make sure you're having fun together. After taking the hill slow and steady, you are greeted by the gate to the summit trail. At this point, the footing gets a little tougher, but I find trails to be gentler on the body than roads. Once you've made it up the next climb and around the bend, the majority of the big hills are done, and other than a few more gradual rises, you're able to keep a steady pace or speed up if that's your thing, but start looking out at the great view of both the bushland around the summit and the ever-growing town of Mount Barker. There are a few rocky patches along this section of the track, so as much as your legs are possibly a bit sore, make sure you concentrate on lifting your feet up and looking for rocks, as you wouldn't want to trip after making it this far up the hill. Finally, we exit the trail onto Mount Summit Road, and with only about 100 metres to go, you should be able to see the turnaround point. At this point, if you're doing the 10k, you have conquered the summit, and you just have to make your way back down the hill. And if you've taken the challenge on of the half marathon, you know what your second lap will entail.
All downhill now.
As we turn back onto the summit trail, it's good to celebrate the achievement of making it up to the summit. But with about 4.5 kilometres of predominantly downhill to get back, it's important to keep your focus on the job ahead, as we still need to concentrate on our footing and controlling our legs on the downhills. depending on how fast you're able to make it up the summit, on your way down, you may now be passing people as they are still making their way up the hill. So remember to smile and stay to the left, especially on the tighter sections of the trail. At this point, you'll be heading back down the summit trail hill towards the gate. This is another spot on the run where you can enjoy the great views of Mount Barker. I mentioned earlier the phrase "everything that goes up must come down," and now that hill that smashed your legs and your lungs on the way up is giving you a gentle nudge back down. But don't be greedy, make sure you pace yourself, as there are still a few kilometres to go and you don't want to burn your legs out now. As we cruise down the hill, I hope you're enjoying this run through, and make sure you like and subscribe to be notified about upcoming videos, and check out the great collection already on my channel. By now, your legs should have adjusted from the steep descent. As you reach the bottom of the summit fire track and rejoin Williams Road, note that there is no need to turn right this year. Instead, continue straight. Unlike the ascent to the summit, in this direction, you'll bypass the Eucaria Winery Loop and continue along Williams Road. The next kilometre or so is just a nice open road with a slight downhill gradient all the way to Springs Road. So let the feet take you at a comfortable pace. But if you're doing the 10k, you only have one more small hill ahead. So now is a good time to push yourself a little and see how much steam is left. If you're doing the half marathon, you're on your way to the halfway point. So this is a great section to feel out the body and start to prepare for your second run up. As you turn back onto Summit Road and then up Hyson Boulevard, make sure to be safe and follow all event directions. With one final push up the hill, we'll turn back into the sports centre, across the car park and a half lap around the oval. That's the 10k is done. Time to rest. For those of you who have taken on the challenge of the half marathon, you get to keep going, and all of those views and all of that sense of achievement you just got conquering the summit, you get a second helping all in one day. So go and enjoy. So with the summit behind me, it's been conquered. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you on the day. Have fun training and be pumped, because this event's going to be the best one we've done yet. I hope this video has been helpful in your preparation of Conquer the Summit 2025, or just a fun watch of Backpack Guy running up a hill. And if you haven't registered for the event yet, the link to the website is in the description. Check out my video of the 2024 event in the corner, and I'll see you on my next video. Possibly me running an ultra marathon before sunrise on New Year's Day. I'll see you on the next video.